Yes, it's finally happened. Windows XP is no longer supported by Microsoft. It's gone. No more updates. Not a single one. Well, maybe some to patch very nasty flaws, but that is very unlikely and may never happen because it's been 13 years. Let's just say it's been 13 years since the release of Windows XP. Most operating systems only have a few years. You got Windows 95, 98, 2000, Millennium. They were all in the course of like a year. Windows 98, then a couple of years later, Windows 2000 came out in late 99, and then Millennium came out in 2000, I believe. XP came out in 2001. So the fact that this has lasted over 13 years is crazy. It's absolutely crazy, but I don't blame people for using it. I still use it myself. However, I don't use it as connected to the internet, so to not get hacked or anything like that. I just use it for older games and older hardware that I'm too lazy to upgrade. That's the only reason to keep XP around these days, and if you're still using it now, I recommend you stop using it immediately. Or at least now. Because basically, if it's not going to be updated anymore, it's all the flaws that are found now by hackers are going to... They're just going to be able to hack it, and Microsoft ain't going to do nothing about it. It's not their responsibility. I'd say it shouldn't have been their responsibility for ages ago. They should have dropped support in, I don't know, years ago. At least half a decade ago. It's a very old operating system. However, it is my favourite operating system. Windows 7 is kind of nudging towards my favourite, but Windows XP will always be my love in the Windows environment and the Windows family, because it had all my favourite games. However, that wasn't always so. When Windows XP was first released, after my Windows Millennium computer broke, yes, I used Millennium. I enjoyed it. It had good games on it. I couldn't play any of my games on it, on Windows XP. They just wouldn't work, and nothing I did would make them work, and I was kind of upset about that. But then sequels to those games came out, so... And, of course, after 13 years, that hate kind of disappears. But anyway, if you still have Windows XP computers, I definitely recommend that you buy a new computer altogether, because, let's face it, you're probably running with very old hardware running on XP. It's very unlikely you've built this top-of-the-range gaming PC and just installed Windows XP on it. I mean, why would you? Most people would install Windows 7, simply because it is literally the definition of a perfect operating system. Well, more or less. Right now, I would choose Windows 7 over any operating system that has ever existed, mostly because of its compatibility and how fast it is. It's a great operating system. I love it. Windows 8, argumentatively, it can be better if you change a few things about it with third-party apps, but I'll just stick with Windows 7. Filthy casual and all that. But anyway, guys, be wary, because it's not being updated anymore. It's been around for 13 years, guys. 13 years. However, Windows XP is not dead yet. Support for embedded versions of Windows XP, Service Pack 3, doesn't lose support until April 2016. 2016, so say if a kiosk or something around the world is still using Windows XP, that is still supported by Microsoft and still gets updates until 2016. So they haven't dropped the ball on that just yet. Just yet. It's got a couple of years left in it. But as for home devices, and mostly business devices, you're out of luck. It's gone. It's time to consider upgrading. Look, it's not so bad. Windows 7, it's not super expensive to go on to. It's very user-friendly. I'd say it's pretty much the same experience as Windows XP in Windows 7. Avoid Vista. Vista's terrible. Nobody likes Vista. Not even me. Well, I lived with it for a year until Windows 7 came out, and yeah. But anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for listening to this little news tidbit. Windows XP is gone. Is the end nigh? Surely not. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.